Hello Leo, this is Olivia from DOS Tarot. I'm here to do your second week of November reading. I hope that everything is going well with you. Seems like the energy is changing a little bit. It's kind of wonky. I'm going to make a video probably towards the end of the week to give you guys some information about something I learned, and it's interesting. But anyway, in the meantime, let's go ahead and dive in and see what's going on with you. Let's see what's going on with Leo, with strength. Oh, that was fast. The Hanged Man and the Upright. That's a good card to have. Means you're looking at something from a different view. Might be something to do, could be to do with anything. You're trying to get a different angle on it to see if there's another way around it. Is there a better way? Is there a safer way? Or can the divine just enlighten me about what I should do? Please wake me up. Let me know. That kind of energy. Interesting. Oops. Oh my gosh. Cancer got this, but it was the first card they got. Justice in reverse, which is some type of unfairness, something that's not, something has been judged as being unfair. I don't know if it's against you or if it's something that you judged and it was unfair. Let's keep going. Ooh, the Death card. Ooh, the Death card. I know this looks really funny. I know when I used to see it on other people's site, I thought, what is that in the middle? Is it like a mirror reflecting what they're seeing, but it's reflecting it back? It's almost, and again, this talks about a death and a rebirth. It's a death of an idea, a death, and then a rebirth of something new, a new beginning. If there's been some injustice here, that could have something to do with whatever you are over here trying to see in a different view, a different angle. Let's get two more on this next column. Oh my goodness, I hadn't seen this one in a long time. The Ten of Wands. Now this is somebody that is, this person's been walking from the top of that mountain or hill, whatever you want to call it, with that oxen. She's almost at the end of the road, which is good. This is the ending. This is the ending of something that's been very burdensome, very heavy. Something that the wands talk about the soul, and it almost feels like it's something that's hurt you or was hurting you deep down within inside. Maybe you ignored it or pushed it away for a long time, and then finally it's like, I just can't take it anymore. Five of Swords. Five of Swords talks about overthinking a situation. Overthinking because you're still trying to figure out how to get around this, how to get through it. I mean, the death and rebirth is beautiful, but it's like you're still struggling. Let's keep going. I have a feeling this here is not you. I have a feeling that's somebody else. Let's keep going. Ooh, the Page of Cups. Now he's sitting here in the upright. The Page of Cups is somebody that has, they're young at heart. You know, they have that free spirit in them that likes to just be free. And it could also mean possibly that there's somebody new in your life that's headed your way. Perhaps a new partner. But if it's somebody new, make sure that you use discernment. to make sure that you learn everything there is to know about them. And it says, it also talks about, you know, if you've been feeling insecure and you have doubt about something, just be assured that it's going to turn in your favor. Don't worry about it. It's being taken care of. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and do some clarifying. I want to find out, what is this Hangman about? We'll do the Hangman with the Ten of Wands, the heavy burden. It's like you're trying to figure out how to get out of this heavy burden without being judged, maybe. Oh, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Huh. Now, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse is talking about somebody that's no longer going by a plan. They're no longer participating in a plan. They're not going forward. They're at a standstill. It's probably because you're still in Hanged Man mode, trying to figure out how to get out of a burdensome situation. So until you make that decision, until it turns in the upright, then it's on hold until you get an answer. And that makes sense to me. That's what I would do. Just put everything on hold for right now. I need to get enlightened by the divine. I need to find out more information. That's a beautiful way to handle that situation. Let's clarify the Ten of Wands with the Page of Cups. Oh, the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant talks about, you know, this is the, he's like, he's a priest, a pastor, a preacher, a bishop, somebody with authority when it comes to having spiritual sense. You know, they know how to help people in a spiritual way. And that could be somebody that you're talking to, Leo. Could be you, and this is what your decision was, to talk to somebody in authority, somebody that has the answers, or somebody that can get the answers for you, because the Hierophant is in direct contact with the divine. It's like going up and down and getting information and bringing it to earth, going up, that kind of energy. So you definitely have somebody that's helping you. And if it's not some person, it is definitely somebody or some energy that you feel that you can tap into to get an answer. Let's clarify the Death and Rebirth with the Five of Swords. Oh no. There might be two things that you're having to choose between. Or it could be that you can't do both at the same time. One thing has to drop. And maybe that's the problem. You're trying to figure out which one to drop and which one to keep. Interesting. When I look at this card, it seems like this one's spiritual and this one's grounded. It's like there's two options, but one of them has to go. And maybe you want to take a more spiritual path instead of, you know, continuing on the earthbound or the earthly path. Maybe you're trying to really reconsider your whole life. This could kind of be like a midlife crisis or a major crisis of some sort, that you feel that you need to get to the bottom of it to find out what to do. It's something you might feel is unjust. Let's clarify the Five of Swords with the Page of Cups. Oh my gosh. Cancer had this card too. In the same position, if I remember right. Yeah. That's so interesting. Sometimes when I read the zodiac sign one right behind the other according to the wheel, it's like the energies overlap a little bit. But then when I do all of the earth signs, that energy overlaps, so I never know what to do. I think one day I'm just going to shuffle the 12 cards and just pick them as I get them. But anyway, it's interesting that this is the energy also that Cancer had. So this is in that particular situation, and I'm going to say the same thing here. You're stuck so severely that you can't even move. And that's why you keep overthinking everything. You're trying to use your own willpower within your own mind to figure out what to do, what to drop. It doesn't matter with the death and rebirth coming. This is going to actually make you, this is either going to make you make a decision, or you're not going to have a choice. You may end up losing both and having nothing. Because you never know with the death and the rebirth. The death is like a complete eliminating of your whole psyche and your belief system and everything, and saying, now we're going to rebirth you, and this is what we, it's almost like hitting the reset button on somebody's life. And especially if it has something to do with spirit. This is a spiritual, there's a 5, I know you won't be able to see it through the camera, but if you look at that white one that's up in the air, it's like a 5-star emblem in there, and I don't know if you can see it or not. You know, it's almost like you're trying to get divine intervention here of some sort. You're definitely struggling, and you're overthinking, and you're definitely trapped. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. Let's clarify the Justice in reverse. Oh, look at there. That always amazes me. Usually when the Justice comes out, the Judgment card comes out soon after. But look at this. This is happening on the same card. You have Justice in reverse and you have Judgment in reverse. So with the Justice in reverse, now remember, we've already spoken about there's already been a judgment, and it was determined to be not in your favor. Because there's something that you're not doing quite right. I think it's your energy, especially now with this one. This Justice here is telling me that there's some kind of karmic situation that you haven't cleared. That's why you're not going to move. That's why you're going to continue to be stuck. You're not going to never know what to do because you keep thinking about it and thinking about it, and you're still going to be stuck no matter how much thinking about it you do. I'm sorry I'm getting wound up here, but and over here, you're trying to get enlightened about it. You've put the plans that you thought you were going to be moving towards, you've put those on hold, which I'm going to clarify that. Because if you have already made a decision and you already had a plan, and now you're having to rethink everything, what was your plan? Why would you stop your plan if you had something that was going to relieve you from this heavy burden? It doesn't make sense. I'm going to clarify it. Justice in reverse talks about taking a look at your past. You have to clear your karma from your past before you can move forward. That's why the Justice and Judgment are in reverse. You're not doing the work. Let me clarify this real quick. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. What was that plan? Why is this halted? What was the plan? What is this about? Oh my God. A Tower moment. Sorry. Sometimes when I do this last minute thing, sometimes it ends up being worse. But you know, in reality, the Tower moment is not that bad. It's because you're not able to do it yourself that the divine comes in and says, I'll take care of it. You just sit back and watch. And that's what you're doing. You're sitting back, you're on timeout until the divine takes care of it. That's exactly what is happening here. And that, in the same sense, is whatever you're not dropping, and you just keep thinking about it and it's just wearing you down. You're stuck. You're not going anywhere. You're stagnating. The divine does not allow that. I'm sorry. He does not want us to sit in one spot and sit there and mull over and over a situation that you're not happy about, that you need to leave behind, that you're just not able to do it. So, bam. We're going to put you through a death and a rebirth. That might help. It depends on how stubborn you are. Oh my gosh. But for sure, you're going to have a tower moment. And it's going to be for your better good, I promise. It's going to feel like HELL when you're going through it. But in the long run, it's going to be so much better and different. And I know I always say these with words, and I understand. But I understand also the tower moment and how it can change your life into something way more beautiful than where you were. And that's usually what it's all about. It's almost like a death. Something dies and gets rebirthed. Oh my gosh, Leo, that was a very powerful reading. And on the bottom of the on the bottom of the wand, on the bottom of the deck is the six of wands in reverse, and that's only because you're not making any changes. You want to, and it's obvious, but you're not able to do it on your own. I don't know what the situation is, but it's got to be pretty serious. But this is telling me there will be a victory because it's on the board. It will turn, but not until you go through the death and the rebirth and the tower moment. I know that's a lot, but God bless you. I hope it works. Let's get a card from the angels. And oh, look at this. Oh, what a beautiful card. It's the knight. The knight in shining armor. And I know you guys can't see this, but he literally has a tear rolling down his cheek. I know you won't be able to see it. I don't think this camera focuses that close. But it says, be brave and honest. And that's what's going to get you through all of this. Be brave and also be honest. Oh my God, almost makes me want to tear up a little bit. And then one from the universe. The Four of Thoughts, the Four of Swords. Yep, this makes sense. Spend time in nature listening for guidance from your angels and your own inner voice. Because overanalyzing, which is this guy here, overanalyzing the situation won't provide the answers you're seeking. Consider taking a vacation or a small break to help you rejuvenate and become clear on what your next step should be. Meditation can be very, very helpful. That's a beautiful ending. It fits so beautifully, both of these. I wish you the best, Leo. And until I see you during the week next week, namaste.